the young, incredible, honestly, I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30. Yard line.
Let's go! First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Fire.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Room here to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 70 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Snap.
Bortles now on first down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Bortles. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Hit it.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. Third and a yard.
Take two stop.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Watch a slap, watch a slap.
Fournette running out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Brings up third down.
Break.
Mike, 44's Mike. Check, check. Here it comes.
Young on third down. Looking long for Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
90
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Get it.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Throw left side complete. That's Bates. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Throwing is Bortles. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? Twinkies the mic. Twinkies the mic. Watch the run.
Ready?
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Young on 3rd and 2. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
Down. 70, Indy.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Snap.
Young working out of the gun, being chased out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 38.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now here's Young. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw, Young. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores for...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Ready?
44, Mike, 44. Here we go.
Now Leonard Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun. The open man is Westbrook. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Young now. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 40 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, we got Mike 50.
Now.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Key to tight end.
To throw is Bortles. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Bortles now 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, tighten down.
Bortles to throw once more. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw again on second down, Bortles. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, high 7.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Rip left, rip left.
Deep dribble.
Now Bortles again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
We go. 70, Indy.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Following the interception, Young. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Ready?
Final play of the half, Young. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Ready, break.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Bortles to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here comes Grant on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
218, chopper.
Check the backer, check the backer. You go tight.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Out of the gun, it's Young. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the first down sack. Bortles, and he's got this one complete to Callaway. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, exit.
Hey, we heavy on the edge.
Go.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Returnable for Grant. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
Check. Watch the curl.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. From the 2 now. Second and goal. On second down, Love. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bortles. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Bortles. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bortles. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Bortles. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 2nd and 10. Bortles got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. He's got Njoku over the middle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7.
Mike 50.
Smooth.
50. Go. Hey. Mike's 50.
Shotgun now for Bortles. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Throwing now is Bortles. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a long... of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Young. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. On first down, here's Love. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Come on. They can't hang with us.
They'll try to throw now. Young. The open man is Westbrook. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now Young, flush to his right. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to him,
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Josh Allen in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
70, Indy.
Stop here, D.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Jags, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm ready intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, make